Hi everybody, Tom here, the Budo Academy. If you haven't already, and if you like this video, hit the old like button, hit the old subscribe, hit the bell, you get notified about other future videos. I know everyone tells you to do this, but we really mean it. Today I would like to talk to you about tips for the waza called Ushiro, or if you're a different type of practitioner, maybe called Atarito, and there's other different versions of this type of waza in all kinds of different sword arts. Depending upon which art you practice, obviously there will be some differences. Today I'm just here to give you guys some tips on how to do that turn. I've had lots of seasoned martial artists come up to me and say, you know, I don't like that waza Ushiro. It's really hard to do that turn and maintain control and feel like I'm cutting someone. What makes this waza difficult is you're turning one way, but you're cutting a different way. So you have to really root yourself on the ground after you turn to do a good cut. And I'm going to show you today a couple of tips to help you with that. I'm also going to help you with practicing your peripheral vision, your metsuke, as you're doing this. That's another thing that these older arts teach us, is awareness of our surroundings. Now watch. Okay, so Ushiro, the first thing I always tell my students is slow down. You need to do this waza just as slow as you did when you did Mai or Migi or any of the other beginner waza. Lots of folks tend to speed this one up, and I think it's because they have a little bit of a sense of duress that there's an enemy behind them and they need to hurry up and get back there. Not necessarily true. If you rush through it, just like anything else, you're going to miss your mistakes. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips. Regardless of which style you're practicing, regardless of what your teacher wants you to do, these tips will at least help you practice it, even if it's a little bit off than how you're supposed to be doing it. These tips I give you today will help give you an awareness of what your body's doing when you do that turn. So these tips will apply to nearly any type of style with this type of waza where you have to turn in seiza. The first thing you do is relax. Second thing you do is keep your hands relaxed on your thighs, take a few breaths, and remember, tell yourself to do it slow. Because if you tell yourself to do it fast, you're going to go really fast. So slow down. So what you want to do is, now I'm going to make believe that I've turned around, and I'll show it to you the other way in just a second, but I want to show you what's going on here in the front, okay? The first thing you do is take the right knee and bring it to the left knee. And your shoulders can go with it. Have your right shoulder follow the right knee. Okay? Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. Now this happens at the same time when the hand brings the sword down to the right hand. If that's the way you draw, prepare your draw. Now what you want to do is you're going to notice that your peripheral vision has improved. I can already see the screens behind me. Okay, whereas when I was here, my peripheral vision, I can see the walls on each side of the room, barely. This is a big room. As soon as I do this, and I'm not turning my head to look because that's going to jumpstart your opponent even more so. I'm just doing this, and now I can see the screens to my left. And then I'm going to rise up, and at the same time I'm breaking open my tsuba, my habaki from my saya. And then I'm going to take both feet and kick them over. And I'm going to show you that from behind in a second. Now my peripheral vision is I can just about see the kamizan now. So now I can see movement behind me. Okay? And then I'm going to turn and do the waza. Now I'm going to excuse my back. I'm going to turn around and show you another tip here. So my right knee is going to my left knee. Sword's going down in my right hand. You can probably see my saya rising up in the air. Then I'm going to rise up. I want to make sure you see my feet. They're on the balls of the feet. I'm going to bring them over. Now here's the trick, guys. If you take your left heel as you bring them both over and line it up with your right shoulder pretty close, when you turn, you'll be perfectly lined up. I'm going to do that again. I'll get a little closer actually. Balls of the feet, both feet kick over. Line up this foot here, the left foot with this shoulder, because your right foot's going to turn away. Your left foot really isn't going to move much. Watch. See? Left foot doesn't move much at all. But the right foot is going to come around this way. So if you think of those things of what's going on there, it's going to help you a lot. Now watch what happens when I don't move my feet over enough. If my left foot is now lined up with my center, which some people do, you're going to get this stuff. You're going to be off balance because now you're going to feel like you're on a balance beam because that left foot is now in front of your right knee. Okay? If I bring my feet over too much, you're going to get what I call the frog leg, where the knee kicks out, and I'm exaggerating this right now, but it does happen, and many of you have felt that. And then you're going to compensate that by kicking that rear foot over so you don't fall that way. So now you're a big mess. So again, both feet go across. Left foot lines up with this shoulder. There you are. Now you're lined up to do your cut. And then finish however your art dictates. That's how we do Ushiro here. And I hope that helps you with how you do Ushiro or Atari-to over there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We appreciate all your support. Please check out our distance programs right down there in the link below. And any comments or questions, just chime in. Thanks.